in a fun, exciting, and beautiful way, inspire a global movement to feed and clothe every child on the planet and share movies and popcorn with them. Right, Caesar? That is going to be on the side of every box of Johnny's Movies and Popcorn Company popcorn.
Once upon a time, little Johnny was home alone, late at night, watching a movie and eating popcorn. A commercial came on showing children starving in Africa, and he was deeply saddened by this. Feeling very angry, he told God, feed them and share movies and popcorn with them too. Movies and popcorn were always Johnny's favorite things. Johnny went on to find out that in fact, we do have all the food and clothing and movies and popcorn needed for every child on the planet. And the only thing was that adults didn't believe this because they lacked the vision. Johnny got his friends together, they rented a convention center and made a public global declaration to feed and clothe every child on the planet because everyone deserves food and clothing and movies and popcorn. Johnny's Movies and Popcorn Company was created and to this day is a platform to encourage vision for everyone and to care for all the children of the world.
Lucas, let's hear, come on, man. There he is. That is our spokesperson.
I tell you, we're going to take food, clothing, movies, and popcorns to India. We're going to take food, clothing, movies, and popcorns to Latin America. We're going to take food, clothing, movies, and popcorns to the Bahamas. Right, Brother Johnny? Yeah. So we're going to go to Asia. We're going to go to Africa. We're going to go to Australia. We're going to go to, I don't care wherever it is. We're going to go there. We're going to feed the children with a vision. We're going to feed the children with the passion. We're going to tell that there is nobody like you and that you are going to accomplish everything that which God has prepared for you. Thank you, guys.
My name is Zoe and my dream is to become a teacher. Hello, my name is Peyton. One day I want to become a policeman. My name is Aya. One day I want to be a builder.
Blondie, thank you so much for being the host. It's such an honor to be here. What I want to find out from you tonight is why. Why did you feel you want to do this tonight for the children?
I love to do this for children because I love children and I love to see them smile and the wow on their faces. Because my dream was to become a social worker and there was no money, so I had to drop that and I invest in children.
Kids had the first taste of the popcorn. The facial expression I sent it to Johnny was priceless. And once they kept eating it, it got even better because it was hot, buttered popcorn, freshly popped. And that was the best thing. The Alvin and Chipmunk movie was going. It was in French. And they had an amazing time. You guys don't know the difference it makes when you see not one, there was 37 kids sitting out there and all they wanted to do was to get that experience. Their parents were standing on the side and they were thanking me and I was like, I didn't do anything. All I did was just deliver Johnny's vision. That's all I did. But when you love and you work from your heart and not your fingertip, it makes a difference.
There it is, Johnny, every time. Matt, how you doing?
Ray.
Oh, let me unmute you, Matt. Hold on 1 second. You're on mute. Oh, unmute. Let's try that.
I'm
Hey,
doing
Matt.
well.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys too. Yeah, I love the introduction. I love being here. Thank you for having me.
Welcome,
guys.
welcome.
Hey,
There
Joanna.
she is.
Hey.
There she is.
I just want him to be comfortable. So he's in my favorite spot and I'm over here doing sound.
All right.
Okay, excellent. And you'll be coming in, Joanna. We'll be able to see your face too.
Yeah, I'll get comfortable in a sec.
Okay, excellent. So before we get to a vision, here's my title. Before we get to a vision of love with Matt and Joanna, with Joanna and Matt, a vision of love. Before we get to that, Ray, every time I see this video, I get a new inspiration. I see a different part. You know what I got today, Ray? Is Lindsay there with you?
Lindsay is here somewhere.
All right. Well, then I'll tell you this. I see I see children reading your book and getting inspired to write their own book, to write their own story with the pen of an underdog, right?
Yeah.
Your book is going to inspire them and they're going to get the pen. Joanna, you got to see this pen. There are new pens in the world. Matt, this is a global premiere of a work of art. Bring it up, Ray.
Oh, Matt's got the book. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Of course. This is important. This is part of your journey. This is Joanna has a lot to say about this. Yes.
I love that. And you guys are in Florida, right, Matt?
Yes, correct. Yeah, Orlando. Yeah.
The book is in Orlando. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we still have another one. You know what?
Well, we have this book as well. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Healed by Yaroslav.
There you go.
We have visions are popping. Visions are popping.
Yeah.
So, Ray, show them the picture of what has been brought to the world. That I envision children reading your book around the world and being inspired to write their own book. Show the picture of the pen. The pen of an underdog.
I didn't. Let me see if I can pull up on my phone. I have a pen up here. I just got to run upstairs.
I texted it to you. I just texted it to you.
Okay,
there it is.
Yeah, but it's on my phone. I could send it and share it. Just give me a sec.
Okay. So, Matt and Joanna, Ray has pens now made up with The Pen of an Underdog by Ray Ives. So
nice.
you're gonna. Yeah, right. Isn't that brilliant? It was Yari's idea about a month ago. He said, "You know what? The pen of an underdog, and people are going to write their book with your pen." And I think, Ray, I don't know, I think your speech at the Global Vision Conference, you should teach people how to write a book in 30 days.
Yeah.
I mean, how
yeah.
many people would love to write a book in 30 days? I think that's
Absolutely.
and have it on a level that children can understand it also.
Yeah.
And they can buy your pen, they can buy your book. I just had a vision watching that of children reading your book, and then I see this big kid Matt here with your book. So this is a premiere here. Go ahead. Can you put up the picture of it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, my girlfriend Lindsay, but she had those custom made, The Pen of an Underdog by Ray Ives.
That's perfect. Is your girlfriend Lindsay, the blonde Lindsay that's been joining us?
Yeah, that's Lindsay.
I didn't know that you knew each other like that.
Yeah. So she created the pen and turned the pen of an underdog into a pen.
Yes, that's perfect. Excellent.
Wow, so beautiful. So this really is a vision of love, because yesterday Joanna and I were celebrating Christmas together on the Vision Hour, and celebrating all of us, and we celebrated Lindsay yesterday, right? How you and her brought in an energy of love and enthusiasm that only women can bring. And I asked her, Matt, about you, how you guys met and the whole story, and how the first time I saw you, I knew you had the innocence of a child and the wonder of a child and the power of a very powerful man, because to stand with such a powerful woman as Joanna takes a very powerful man. And so today, Ray, and now that Lindsay's in the loop too, that Joanna knows that she's your girlfriend, and she gave you such an epic gift, Ray, for Christmas. We have visions of love happening, visions of love. So, Joanna, would you introduce your incredible man there to the world?
Yeah, so Mr. Johnny Regan, Ray Ives, and the entire Johnny's Movies and Popcorn movement, I introduce to you the love of my life, Mr. Matthew Tress. Here he is.
Welcome, Matt. Welcome.
Hello, I'm grateful to be here. I'm thankful for the introduction is more than I deserve, but I'll take it.
Look at our
there it is, Matt.
Yeah.
There's
With the
there's
popcorn cup.
That's when I fell in love with him, Joanna. That he held up my vision that day. He held up. He supported. He did. Who is this Johnny Popcorn guy? And he supported you, and he stood with you. It takes a powerful man to stand with us in our visions. And so, Ray, I'm going to have you start off the interview with Matt.
Yeah, for sure. So the Vision Hour is all about vision, finding vision, going on that discovery path, or maybe people are already living their vision. So, Matt, let me start off and ask, what is your vision?
Well, my vision is just to share my love and my wife's love. It's a very authentic and deep-seated love from just our beings, from being alive. It's just to share that with the world, just to share love, kindness, friendliness, acceptance, but on a real and raw level. We want to share our excitement to just be who we are and what we are. We're not trying to stand outside of the box or necessarily be tied into a box. But we're loving beings. We're alive. We're full of energy. We're joyful even when life is tough. But we want to share that. We want to share there's a hope now and a hope in the future for us and for everyone else. And we want to share that experience with everyone else.
I love that, Matt. The world needs that, right? Because it's the one thing that could solve a lot of problems in the world. Is you said a lot of key words. Sheer love, joyfulness, hope, kindness, excitement. And those words and those emotions and feelings, and that's where vision really comes alive, right? That's where ideas come into fruition, and helping people and people helping people. It's sort of that sequential effect that keeps going. And it starts with those things. It starts with love. And you said being real and being authentic. And that all encompasses, it's the seed of vision. The seed of vision. I love that. Yeah. Now let me ask you this. So what do you do on days where it's some days it's rainy and some days are hard? How do you find strength and how do you find strength on days like that?
Oh, yeah. So that's a great question. So what I do is I find strength in just the gift of life. So when I wake up and I open my eyes, I just have to embrace the fact that I'm living and breathing. And I don't want to sound cliche, and I don't want to, sound outside the box, but I'm very thankful just to wake up and to experience life, this gift that we have. I know there's so many things that are unpredictable. There's so many things outside our control. But what I learned a long time ago, when I was a child, actually, is that I like certain things. I appreciated being loved. I appreciated people liking me. So I want to do the same. So what I want to do is just be positive. And it's a little cliche, but the thanking people for the little things. But to me, the little things aren't necessarily so little. A little message, a little love, a smile from someone else, whether it's someone we know that's valuable in our life, or even a stranger, that gives me value and hope. So I search for ways to be happy every day. And it's not that hard, really, because just the gift of air and some good food and just being able to wake up and stretch your arm and be like, I'm alive, feels good to me. So, yeah, I just appreciate the gift of life.
I love that, man. I love that. And it's the little things, right? It's when you give in little ways that create ripples of hope. And it could be as simple as walking in the grocery store and just looking someone in the eyes, smiling, nodding, saying thank you to the cashier, saying thank you to the servicemen and women. Those little things where, those shared experiences. Lindsay was talking about that a couple days ago, and she was calling them glimmers, right? It's the positive effect those little things have, and focusing on the positive and being in that state of gratitude to recognize the glimmers and see how they sparkle and see how they get shared throughout the world is just the right state of mind. Yeah.
And your small thing of taking a photo with your beloved wife there and holding up my popcorn cup, look what it did to me. Here, I saved that photo. Maybe it's been 6 months since you guys took that. I saved it. And look, I naturally just put my hand on my heart without even thinking about it. So, your point of looking for small ways to contribute to the world adds to the love and the goodness and the beauty in the world. Because here, I cherish that photo, and it's what made me even go deeper on wanting to stand with your wife and her vision of speaking her message to the world. So it's really, I'm just acknowledging what you said about small things and not realizing, just taking a picture together and doing that for me. Here, months later, here we're showing it to the world.
Yeah, thank you. That had value to me. That was important to her, and that's important to me. We have authentic love from our hearts. We want to share our love from the deepness. We're not for the reaching out for money or success or fame. When I met Joanna, I fell in love with her, as anyone would, right? Like the authenticity of her heart, the positivity, the motivation of pureness and goodness. That's something that's been instilled with me when I was a kid. I always liked good things. But unfortunately, the world we live in, yeah, things can be tough, rough. We can tumble, we can fall, and we just, we can get discouraged for so many things. But we had a common denominator. We both felt that we could reach out into the world and make a big difference. And by making a big difference for both of us, it didn't mean we need to make a global difference. It wasn't dependent on how many people's hearts we reached, but it was a true, authentic, deep love for everyone that has life, everyone that, we're born, we deserve the gift of love. Everyone wants to love and be loved. So that's why I was so drawn to Joanna, because she's a beautiful person. Outside of, me being her husband, her being my wife, man versus woman, she had a very deep interest in making a difference in the world. And we truly want to make that difference authentically from deep within. It doesn't mean it's going to be on a mass scale, but anyone that's touched, it brings us joy. We want to bring joy to people. And of course, as we're doing that, we're experiencing the joy, by doing that. So we're just so happy to be here. We're really trying to live our dream. And living our dream is sharing happiness and joy with people.
So
well said. I put the picture of Joanna up here because this picture is so amazing because of the colors, right? It's vibrant, and you have the vision sign in the background, and it's just it's a positive influence. So Johnny sent me this picture, wanted to share it. Vibrant vision.
And of course, Matt, we want Matt to be there this year in Fort Lauderdale too, so he can be a part of the whole movement, the energy. I know he's going to be long. That's his element. The Global Vision Conference is where he's going to feel right at home with positive, high vibrational people.
Matt, you're gonna love it. You're gonna vision compounds vision, and everybody is supportive and in partnership with others' visions. So looking forward to meeting you in person on January 20th, Matt.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Matt, Joanna and Matt, I want to come back to a vision of love, because I have many single friends who are yearning. They're yearning for what you have. And I know it's self-evident to me why you two came together. But would you share, maybe each of you share, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but what are things that allow someone to fall in love with their beloved and have this magical relationship of support and light, that two or more, there's more than just you two apart. Many single people are going to be watching this and would love to hear some just some wisdom. I don't want to put you on the spot because it's self-evident, the love you have for life and the love you have for divinity in the world, and simplicity is what attracted you to. But just share, if you guys could share some insight to give hope. That's what I'm looking for. That friends that I dearly love can have hope that they would one day have a beautiful relationship like you two do.
Well, yeah, I'll start with some of the fundamentals. Each of us had a personal relationship and still do with our Heavenly Father. So we were open to being spiritual people made in the image of God, who is superlative, is the embodiment of love, of wisdom, of power, and of justice, and all those divine qualities that we both had a high value for. And then we were open, our hearts and minds were open to the possibility of finding true love. We were 46 when we met. So, you know, finding true love at 46, we getting married at 47, and then be together. We're 51 now, and our 4-year anniversary is coming up in February. We were open. So the day that we met, the morning we met, we had a great conversation, and we were just ourselves, just sharing. And he'll tell you what it was that I mentioned that really beep, 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 you know, got his sensors going. Oh, this is something different, put his antenna up. But we had a positive exchange because the attitude of gratitude, we're thankful for being alive. We hold on to what we value no matter what crazy things are happening in the world around us. We had a great conversation. We thought we would never see each other again, but by happenstance came back again together a couple of weeks later. So I think that's what it was, that we had done the work. We both had recovered from bitter divorces, but we did the inner work. We let God heal us. And we know that what's most important, the beauty in the world, just the fruit of God's spirit, the love, joy, peace, the patience, the kindness, the goodness, the faith, the mildness, the self-control, all those things. That's what's really important, no matter how much money you have. And then, of course, the COVID pandemic shut down 6 weeks after we got married, and both of us lost our jobs. So we were unemployed. I had a 3-month staycation honeymoon at home together. And thank God our rent was on time. We had food to eat. We had a good time together. And we were both back employed, 3 months later. And then there we go. So my point is that helped. Before we came together, we knew what was truly important in life. And then we experienced that was put to the test when we came together with, with this life-altering situation that changed things all around. So I think just that those are just some of the elements that went together. And, when you go through some things, you know what you really want in a partner, and you also know what you have to offer. And it was just sort of easy for us to see that and to be open to create something, build something together, and, to go for our dreams. Because Matt's in the performing arts. He's a positive rapper, a dancer, a DJ, a poet, so, and here, between the two of us, we cover the performing arts and just all types of creativity. Just last night, we had a dance party in the living room, coming home, music's playing, woo, we were doing some moves, with or without clothes, yes, having fun,
a small dance party.
Spontaneous. So those kind of things. And to be able to share that with people, that yes, we have responsibilities in this world. We have jobs, we have families, we have bills, sometimes even health issues. But enjoying the moment, like those little things that mean a lot, that's part of our whole message. So your turn.
Yeah, ditto. No, but what that's true is, the whole thing with our relationship was we weren't searching for love. I was single for many years, and so was she. I was pursuing many things being just working hard and doing the best that I can, and being, involved in my children's life. And I'm thankful for how that's paid off to me, because it's just, we're searching so hard and so long for so many things. But if we're just authentic, we're going to draw people, not by this, we're not tricking people to draw them. We're drawing people by our hearts. And anytime you draw people by your heart, you're drawing true friends and true family and people that are interested in you and love you on whatever level that is. But I'm thankful for that, because we came together kind of by happenstance. And we just embrace that by a big thing is accepting each other. Not accepting each other for doing wrong things, because we weren't really doing anything wrong. And yeah, we all do wrong, don't get me wrong, or be mistaken. But the point is we had a big level of acceptance. We were open to making a difference in the world. And it really started with our love for each other and being able to have a love for ourselves, I guess, initially, and to be able to reach out and share a little love with someone else. And then by having a love and accepting ourselves, accepting the imperfections of others, and just having a relationship. I mean, to go deeper, I would be like, I was married before and I had children just like she was too. I could be worried about, no woman wants to marry a man that already has kids and been divorced. Like my life before that would be, I would be concerned about that. But when I truly let myself be myself and who I really am, don't worry about what other people think, especially because I'm not out to hurt anyone. I'm out to bring goodness and love. Then that really drew in Joanna, and she drew me in. So if you're looking for love, I don't know necessarily what the secret could be, but I can tell you that if you're really looking for love, someone that's going to be drawn to you, if you just be yourself, don't be contorted or moved or changed by anything that you see, it's going to come to you and you can embrace it. So embrace the good things in life and then continue to give that love to whatever comes into your life, whatever and whoever that may be.
Well said, Matt. Well said. Now, the performing arts, and you're also a positive rapper. Is that right?
Yeah. I don't, put that. Yes, that's a big part of me. Absolutely. Yeah.
I love that. And I love that because I feel there's such a market for that now. Because like I grew up listening to hip hop all my life. And there's a radio station. I live in Chicago. There's a radio station. It's a Christian radio station, but they play rap music, and it's rap music like you don't hear on like the main channels, but it's amazing. And it has positive words, which I really believe that people need to hear, and people need role models where they're sharing positive messages, And so when you said that, I was really drawn to it. How has your love for that and your vision for that sort of taken you to the performing arts and taken you to writing lyrics and making music?
Well, the thing is, that's a big part of what we're doing right now, because I kind of suppressed that because I wrote raps all my life. My father was like a poet. So before my dad even shared like poems that I found,
yeah,
I was writing poems, and I'm like, okay. So I was writing poems in elementary school, poems in middle school, and then it just kind of turned into rap.
Okay, cool.
So to be honest, I haven't written a whole lot of rap. This is not something I'm very active in, but this is the reason what I'm doing, because there's a deep part of me that even back then when rap wasn't necessarily so bad as it is, but there's still negative things associated with it, just like any other type of music. But I embraced, the rhythm, the move, and dancing. Dancing was a big thing with me too. So I kind of put that on hold. I just, I kind of just, within myself, I just kind of like, I get a job. I'm going to do good things. Let me get married. And I kind of push that stuff aside, which is the whole really dynamic behind the Matt Tanner experience. Like, growing up, back then I loved to sing. I loved to dance. I could have been the best positive rapper, the best, dancer or, singer like Joanna. Joanna is a beautiful singer. Beautiful. She can sing so many types of music. And not only that, she's a composer and writer of music. which is even, I mean, there's so many things to say about that, but we kind of suppress things and put them on hold. And I'm like, right now, in being part of Matana, which is the company, I'm trying to bring that back out of me while I'm enhancing other people's experiences and being part of Matana, was like, embrace your bliss, you know, be your authentic self, your good self. Yeah. Why did we have to put these things aside? Most of us are born like artists in some type of way, and as we grow, we kind of push it away. So we like push away our artistry instead of embracing it as we get older. So that's still a big part of me. Unfortunately, it only comes out a little bit in my work. But since I'm 51, but in my 20s, as I worked, and I've always been a big part of management and stuff like that, I would kind of like have a meeting and then rap a little bit positively under the radar. Maybe my managers would be like, yeah, don't do that. But just presenting a positive experience for people. And people like, yeah, we're not going to tell your boss that you rap. But that's always been a part of me for 30 years now in dancing. So I want to be able to relive that and bring that back, and just allow that to be part of my life. It's who I am. It's not everything that I am by any means, but it's who I am. I'm musical. I'm talented. As far as I'm concerned, that's okay. Not comparing myself to anyone, but I'm talented because that's a God-given talent. That's something that I love, is sharing as words, verbs, turned into songs and sentences and everything else. So that's a great question. But yeah, right now it isn't very relevant.
I love that. So everything you said, Matt, it's like we talk about it when it comes to Vision News, because we do have to go out there in the world and we have to, pay our rent, put food on the table, that sort of things. But then there's that inner voice that really tugs on your heartstrings, right? For you, that was rap, but it's one of those things where it's in you and it wants to come out, and there comes a time where you can't suppress it any longer, and you just have to be in that sense of vulnerability and just bring it out, whatever that is. And for the listeners out there, there's going to be people who they have things that they want to bring out, that their values connect with, their identity connects with, and it's just that intrinsic value that they know they have an inner voice that's saying, do this or be this or find your authenticity. So I love that, man. Keep rapping. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ray, what I love and I see for our audience is, living your vision, your creativity, your divinity, and supporting the other person in the dance of their divinity, of their creativity, of their vision. Ray, you invited Lindsay to here, Fort Lauderdale, to meet us and to see what Vision's about. And we all fell in love with her. And then she's been a part of the 40-day journey and has been a magnificent life force for us. And you're standing with her in the discovery of her vision. And here she makes the vision of a pen of an underdog an actual pen as a gift. Like, what a loving gift that will last forever. And I think of what you have done, Matt, in standing with Joanna in her creative force as her vision has come out of her, just standing with her and cheering her, the beauty of love, of your two separate human beings, yet you come together, and the life force and light force and love force is magnified in the world. And so I just see beauty and love and honor and dignity and respect, and separate individuals becoming one together and bringing more to the world. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that this vision of love today is really going to touch people's hearts. It's really going to touch people's hearts because you're actually showing You're showing what a healthy, beautiful relationship, whether you're married or whether you're single dating, it's just very beautiful.
Thank you. And I just too, when Matt said acceptance was so important. Us accepting each other as we are, being willing to expand our hearts, to always strive to understand and embrace each other. And even we call it a judgment-free zone. You can't have a healthy relationship. You always have someone, pointing the finger, judging this thing or that thing. Come on. We're all imperfect human beings doing the best we can with who we are and what we know at this point in time. And we're committed. We're committed to each other being there, helping each other to grow. I just wanted to share that. And when we used to text each other, we had an old-fashioned relationship. We didn't hang out together before we got married very much. It was just special occasions. We talked on the phone, we text, we even mailed letters and stuff to keep it old-fashioned, sort of chaste as well, And like the first time I set foot in his apartment was the day we got married. He picked me up and walked me over the threshold. So my point is, in texting, I would put a red heart on mine. He would text me back in his blue heart. And then when we did a purple heart, that symbolized our hearts together. And we shared lots of vivid imagery of things. There's actually a Mattana-verse. Mattana is Matthew and Joanna in our 5-dimensional experience. So, there's a vision of like the red heart coming here, the blue heart coming from there, and then making a purple heart that devolved into tiny purple hearts like drops of rain, just falling into a flow. So lots of visuals in the Mattana-verse. We've got to capture that in an artistic way with like a short film with some of that imagery that brought us together, because there was another dimension of another dimension of how we met, another dimension of how we got married at 19 and had 5 kids, and him in a plumbing business. There's another dimension of possibilities and in story form. So when we get the resources, first is the musical, Precious Gems, the musical, which has elements of our life in it. And the 2 orphans that get adopted, they're Matthew and Joanna. Like we're soul twins, as we call it, So the characters in the musical reflect elements of even our lives and our dreams. And after we get the musical off the ground, we're going to work on a short film. I'm going to show a short film, You Lift Me Up, a true Orlando love story where the wrong key opened all the right doors, that tells that story about how Mattana came to be. So that's another creative project that I think is going to inspire people to be open for love and to be just the best quality person they can be. Love is patient and kind, developing those good qualities so they can attract and know it when they see it, a good person that comes by. How many good people pass people by because they're not open and ready? So that's important too. It starts with us as ourselves. So when we see a counterpart that's going to not only complete us and bring things to the next level in our life, it takes a little work and effort on our part to dig deep and then not to miss out on that opportunity. So I think some people that are single and it's not by choice, maybe it's because they're not necessarily looking. They need to work on their vision.
Ray, don't you love them?
I love it. Look, I mean, this is why I love vision. When people talk about their vision, and I want to say it right. So when you combine your name, it's Mattana.
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 It's 4 letters of my name and 4 letters of her name.
Mattana. I think you guys are talking like you're making a musical and a short film, and like that's where things get exciting. Like, yes, you're going to do that, and it's going to, because it's grounded in love, and it's going to be awesome. And when it's created, it will change lives, guaranteed. And that's vision, that's passion. It's just hearing you guys just gets me excited, I'm gonna go out there and just like be kind to the world right now and do good.
Woo! Let's do it.
Yes, yes. And you are, Ray. You know, for 16 days now, you have held space for people's visions to come alive. This is not an easy hour. You are every day, you're holding space, you're showing up. It's a commitment. It's love, just showing up and being ready to record and to listen and to hear people's visions and to hold space for beauty. And your vision is alive more than ever. I was telling someone the other day, it's like, man, he's like a talk show celebrity host. He's so good at this. He's a natural. Oh, it's Carl. Carl, I was telling, the way you laugh, you know, your laughter comes alive in the screen, your presence as you've gone after your vision, you know. And today we see hope for people, you know, hope for relationships, hope for a vision of love. Be yourself, find your vision. You know, I don't know any more attractive force than someone who is living their vision and pursuing their vision, because it's attractive and you're going to attract a Matt, a Joanna, a Ray, a Lindsay. That is the power of vision and attraction. And I'll end with, actually, unless the three of you have any more words of wisdom for someone that is pursuing their vision of love, or their vision, and then I'll close this out.
Yeah, I guess I'll say something. Yeah, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful we're here for a reason and a purpose. And its gift of life is great. We have so much life within us, and we just have to just be who we are, be the goodness of who we are. Sometimes the world attracts us to the bad, and that, honestly, the bad, I think, takes more energy. But if we take or intake the positiveness, the people that are accepting us, the people that are just looking at us, observing us, that shows us that we have a presence and we are important. And we all are, because we're here and we're now. So I just want to say I'm thankful to be here. I'm kind of like in the background. I'm the Matt and Mattana. Joanna is the presence, 95%. But like she tells me all the time, the reason why there's Mattana is because I'm the Matt and Mattana. But I'm fully supportive of her and her vision and my vision. Is like when we first met, we want to make a positive impact worldwide. Now, what we mean by that, like, I'm just repeating the same thing, but to me, it's very important. I'm not looking at numbers per se. I'm not looking at money. I'm not looking at monetizing it. I'm saying that could be great. We can, make a living and support ourselves. Why not? Because people make a living doing so many things. But the importance of this for me and for us is that we saw something like we see something here, the realness and rawness of the genuineness and goodness, kindness, love from people's heart. And that love will grow all things. So we want to grow. We want to help other people grow. We want to be part of a positive experience in life. We want to be part of the joy, and we want to experience that joy with as many people as we can, because it feels good to us too. So we want to share this with people because that's what makes us happy. It's not on a selfish level, it's on a giving level. Everyone deserves happiness. We want to be a big part of happiness wherever we can be, wherever we introduce ourselves, like here, wherever we end up. And it's not just by happenstance, it's by following other people that present experiences like this, that open your arms and this forum to us. We want to be part of this, and we want to continue this and grow relationships like this. And we know that, the sky's the limit, as they say, but there's so much more. So thank you. I'm a little extra excited to be here because I know Joanna. It's my 5% of time right now, but I really appreciate you guys' input and just asking questions, giving me opportunity to be myself. So yeah, this is gonna I'm gonna be thinking about this for a little while afterwards. So thank you guys just for having me here.
I love it. Absolutely, Matt. Johnny, I'm going to turn it over to you. That's a mic drop for me. Matt just dropped the mic.
That's a mic drop. Yes, that is a mic drop. I have nothing. I have nothing. That is it. That is love. Joanna, you and I saw this yesterday, my sister. We had a vision of today yesterday, and it's a drop mic. Love you all. Thank you, Ray. Thanks for hosting it. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for being our stars.
Johnny, thank you both for having me here.
Thank you, guys.
Stars, Joanna, right? Stars. Love you.